Welcome to the wonderful world of teaching, where we share practical tips and tricks in hopes that you will find a little classroom magic along the way. I'm Hannah, and I'm continuing in my Spark series on classroom management, and I wanted to focus today on engagement, which is probably my most favorite thing about teaching. I love creating lessons, I love designing lessons. I feel like everywhere I go, I'm thinking, ooh, that would be really fun to bring into my classroom. And that engagement piece is so fun. And oftentimes the engagement piece gets missed when we are trying to run and navigate our classrooms. I've shared in my series already the importance of routines and procedures, so if you haven't gotten to check that video out, please do. But there does need to be some engagement opportunities for our students, if not the whole day. Now, what engagement looks like doesn't necessarily mean that you are putting on a production every single day. But it does mean that you are taking time to be intentional about where students are engaged in their learning. I'm all for a super cute worksheet or notebook. I'm all about that. But I do think that component isn't engagement. Giving students a handout with a cute image on it doesn't replace their engagement. And oftentimes when students aren't engaged, they're misbehaving. Sometimes we look at this as like, oh, the students are bored, or the students will say, I'm bored, I don't know what to do. And that starts to kind of create this, students aren't listening, they start misbehaving, talking to another student, and then, things start to get derailed. And so what engagement looks like does vary. I think it's different for every teacher. That's what's great about education, is that there's lots of opportunities to teach the same material, but different ways. So I'm going to share a few teaching tips, things that I've recognized have been really helpful. And hopefully you'll be able to just keep them kind of in your back pocket in case things get squirrely or you're like, oh my goodness, I don't know what to do. There's some things I found actually during my substitute teaching experience that helped me kind of pivot and, okay, this clearly isn't working right now. What can we do? The first one is the element of surprise. So I think that this is something that can kind of pivot when things aren't going as smoothly as you want it to. It's easy to just kind of shout over the noise, but that element of surprise, talking in a lower voice, lowering the lights a little bit. Also, sometimes a quick like clapping or a fun sound or just something that kind of catches the kids' attentions can help redirect quickly. It doesn't need to be like shouting, but it could be a fun, I'm trying to think, like we used to have these train horns or a little kazoo whistle, just something that kind of like, what was that? And because it does pause the kids, it creates kind of this curiosity, like, where does that come from? That can be an opportunity to like redirect quickly. Another thing that's my favorite is the element of games. So I loved watching Jeopardy as a kid. I love trivia games. I love any game. I'm still up for playing cards, anything, with my own kids. And it's easy to just turn something into a game. And one of my favorite phrases is, guess what this is going to be. Oh, let's play a game, let's guess. Even just saying let's play a game can change the tone of the lesson, or of the, if you're doing math on the board and you're writing a problem, let's play a game, let's see how long this will take us to complete, and doing that, right? It doesn't need to be anything. All you're doing is changing kind of the language that you're using around the lesson. The other one is the element of pretend. So I clearly teach elementary school and have worked most of my time in there, but I've also spent time working with junior high and high schoolers. And this element of pretend, you can't always be using it, but it does change how the kind of the tone and the way things are going. So we've learned in our teacher credential program to not stand at the front of the classroom and be talking the entire time, right? We give opportunities for students to participate. Students work in small groups, students might work in centers, students might work individually for a time, but you want to vary that too. So the element of pretend is kind of like, okay, we are going to go on an adventure. Everybody, let's make sure that we put our seatbelts on. And right, you're changing and you're creating a setting of, okay, we are going to focus. And instead of just saying, hey, okay, everyone, it's time to listen. We're going to be listening. Everyone listen. It's like, okay, let's put our listening ears on. Everyone put them on. Oh no, so-and-so didn't remember those. I'm going to give you some in my pocket. Here you go. These ones have sparkles on them. These ones have animal print on them. And then put them on. Okay, turn them up. Oh, not too loud. Turn them just right. You know, you're kind of creating this setting. So right in the beginning, I'm like, it's not about creating entertainment. We're not, creating a huge production, but it is in these small little ways getting kids to re-engage or refocus or like, this is fun. This is fun. But really all you're doing is just kind of changing the setting before you start giving directions or before you start the lesson, or maybe it's even before you're reading a story. Right? We recognize that kids these days can't sit for a long time. We've learned there was kind of this theory that for how old or what grade students are in is about how long every 10 minutes. So like first grade, it's about 10, 20 minutes. Second grade, 20 to 30 minutes, but that does seem long. Like I know after 20, 25 minutes, I need kind of a step back and pause, especially if I'm digesting a lot of new information. So kind of resetting the tone and creating these little opportunities here and there will keep students engaged. And hopefully these are tips, right? You can just keep in your pocket and, oh yeah, I remember I can just kind of change this. And it might feel kind of awkward at first, especially if your kids aren't used to that. You've never introduced it before, but stick with it. You'll get more comfortable with it too. And it really is fun to see like kids engage and pretend just before you're doing a small lesson or something. Please feel free to like, share, or subscribe. I would love to hear in comments below what tip you found really helpful, or if there's something that you've already used and found success with. I hope you'll continue to join me on the Spark series of classroom management. And with that, I'll see you at the next one.